how could it be used in the future will probably depend again on some combination of regulatory environment and insurance payment environment. That's the real practical limitation on what will happen. If you exclude that from the discussion, if people can psychologically adapt to the idea, which is the great unknown, if they can, I think it would be likely the future of how most healthcare is done. The model that you would have, for example, could be a home-based model where you rarely ever go to the doctor's office. When you need to see your doctor, you see them from your home. And there's, equipment or whatever it is you need to facilitate that, right, is ideally available at a price point that you could actually have in your home. If you need additional services, maybe those services come to you in your home, ordered by the doctor. This includes even up to some levels of hospital care, which right now there's something called hospital at home being done on a limited basis in different parts around the country. That's something that could expand dramatically. You can receive a lot of that care in your home. And so the idea being that if you can receive care in your home or on vacation or in your car or wherever else it is you may need to have this done, over time the need for an in-person visit, I think, can shrink. But this is not the first time that there's been some great idea that could displace a whole way of doing things that died in the fire of people just don't want to do that. Right? So it may just be that people say, you know what, I don't care that I could do this in my home or wherever else. Like, I just want to go into somebody's office and sit down and see them in person. And if so, then that will be the end of that. Or it may take a generation or two for people to kind of adjust to that new reality. People have been going to the doctor's office for 5,000 years or longer. 5,000 recorded history, right? But if that transition were to take place, then you open up so many doors, right? Because then you have, you really have a change. The concept, so the concept of healthcare up to this point has always been, the doctor is the wizard, right? The wizard lives in Oz, and if you want to meet the wizard, you must go to Oz, right? Where Oz is their office or their hospital or whatever it is, you've got to go there to get them. And all of a sudden we're saying, hey, Oz is everywhere, and we can just have the doctor distributed to almost any place. The type of impact that will have goes far beyond the communication aspects of what you can do, the fact that you can see somebody virtually. It affects the distribution of doctors. It affects shortages of care where you can't get adequate access to different types of physicians. It affects the cost of care. It even affects the quality of care. Because by the doctors being able to access you, well, your ability to access the doctor more easily also goes back the other way. The doctor can also access you more easily. A lot of things right now where people are lost to follow-up, where they can't get medications, where they run out of something and then they can't see the doctor for a month because there's no appointments. Just think of all the different inconveniences and problems that we have accepted as normal within our currently existing system. There's a lot of those things that could be addressed if we enable virtual care in the way that is possible. If we do that, then there'll be a substantial transformation of how, when, and where we do healthcare, and then also how much it costs.